Built this lead scraper automation in under 20 minutes. It runs 24/7 and it's completely free. No expensive scraping tools, no freelancers, and most importantly, no code. Just make.com, Apify, and Google Sheets. If you run an agency, then you know the pain. Endless lead scraping or paying someone to do it for you. I've done both and I'll never do it again. I was fed up with the tedious process, so I automated it and it was honestly easier than expected. This automation pulls leads directly from Google Maps and implements it straight into your Google Sheets. You can filter by city, niche, or review count. Now I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can do it for yourself. First thing you want to do is just obviously go to Google and search up Apify. Apify is just a website in which you can go and find a whole bunch of different type of scrapers. I'm just going to go to console. You can just sign up. You can sign up pretty simply with your Google account. In this case, what we're looking for is the Google Map scraper. If you were to just search up the Google Map scraper, there's going to be a bunch of them. Well, I'm just going with this one. This is the one that I use, but all of them are probably good enough to use. You could pay per event, but in this case, what Apify does is it gives you $5 of free credits to use. So you could use this, or you could just continuously re-sign up on the free plan. As you can see in the console here, there's different search terms you could put, like right here. Let's say you wanted to search for kitchen remodeling or remodeled. So then we would put that. You can also put different terms, but for now we're going to stick to one, and we're going to spell remodel correctly. There we go. And the location is the biggest thing. You could just put USA, which is really broad, but if you had like a specific place you wanted, well, actually, ironically enough, New York is what we're going to want to do. And then here is the number of places you want to extract. Obviously, the more places you extract, the more money and more usage it will be. In this case, we're going to stick to 50. Just keep it on the lower end. This is where you could put other search filters and get different things. What I'm looking for here is, this is what we want to add, because it's an add-on. It is going to cost you a little bit more money or more usage points by 0.002 cents. So it's not very much, but it does add up. But this is how you're going to not just get the name, but you're going to get the company email, the phone number, and social media profiles, which is important because the whole point of the lead list is to get numbers so that we could cold call, or at least that's the usage that me and my brother are using it for. So that was evident. So if you were to just click save and start, it'll take a second and you'll see it run. I'm just going to abort this just for the sake of the video so we don't have to wait for all 50. But you can see here, it just outputted about 10 options or 10 different kitchen remodeling services in the New York area. So that just shows us how the Apify works. So we're just going to save this actor and we're actually going to create a task. So we're going to go back and click on our actor. We're going to create a task, and what we're going to just call it is lead list. This is going to be important. You guys will see in a second. And then next, I'll show you guys what to do in make.com. Now that we're here in our make.com console, we're just going to go and create a new scenario. We're going to want to go to search for the Apify module. Great thing about Make is that it has so many connections. We're going to want to go to run a task, which is make sure to run a task and not run an actor, because I just accidentally did run an actor and it didn't work properly and I had to restart the whole thing. So this is the task that we had created, the lead list. We're going to click that. We're going to, when it says run synchronously, we're going to want to always hit yes. We're going to save that. The next module we're going to want to pick is also from Apify. It's to get data set items, which is right here all the way at the bottom. This just gets the information that the scraper generates and puts it into the make.com scenario. So you just find that right down here is default data set ID. For now, you're going to want to put this limit to 10, or let's just we can even go 5 for variety, but we just need it so that we can input it into our Google Sheets module in a second. But before we even get to the Google Sheets, we're going to run it once so that we can just directly plug everything in. When we run it, you're going to see that it's going to take time to load. And that's because we pressed to run it synchronously. And now you get to see it live and wait. As you can see, our scraping tool has completed and we have all the relevant information here. Now, the next thing we need to do is just add our Google Sheets module, hit Google Sheets, add a row. Make sure that we have our Google connection already made, our spreadsheet ID, click the spreadsheet that we have previously made, which in this case is Leadless YouTube. Sheet name is sheet number 1. Now we just have to input the dataset information into the selected fields. So title, address, this specific example doesn't have an address, but other ones will. So we'll click address. Phone number, we can click formatted or unformatted. In this case, we'll just go unformatted. And website, the website is right here. Click that, hit save. Make sure our outputs limit, we'll go 10 for this one, not 101. We'll save it, and then we'll run it one more time just to show you guys exactly how it works. There we go. So everything should be inputted. You switch now. As you can see, all of our information is inputted into here. We'll just actually do this to make sure that it looks good. So we have all our information here inputted. And then what I personally have done for my own personal is we scheduled it to, not press the wrong button. We scheduled it to run on a specific schedule, or for us, we did it on the Monday of every week. So we picked Monday, let's just say at 12 a.m. At 12 a.m. So that now every Monday, at 12 a.m., there will be an additional however many leads that we wanted. In our case, we did 100 in our own personal one. So now every Monday, there's going to be 100 new leads ready to be called so that we can call them and get more leads into the business. As you guys can see, building this simple automation doesn't take too much time, and it's something that even the least technical people can build for themselves in order to automate a very, very tedious task. If you have any questions or any comments on what I could do to improve the build, feel free to let me know down below in the comments and to also subscribe. Until the next one.